last one of my October video fest, okay? Today's video is going to be on Taeyeon and Jessica. All right, we're gonna get started with what do fans need to know here.
We have be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. Then we have the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love.
What do you need to know about these two? I think, you know, despite everything they've been through in their relationship, because they've had their ups and downs with each other, you know, I'm pretty sure they've gone periods of time without talking. I think the energy that they're in now is a way better energy than they even started with. I think they're both mature now and they're able to, you know, focus on what they need to focus on and still remember that they love each other. You know, they love each other very deeply. They care about each other very deeply. They support each other, you know, because they feel like we've been through too much to, you know, not talk to each other. You know, we've been through too much together to not talk to each other. You know, we've shared a lot of happy moments. We've shared a lot of sad moments, you know, and even during the times where we were angry at each other or we were mad at each other or when we were fighting, you know, I still knew even then that I genuinely did care about you. I think they're moving past whatever past situations they've gone through. And in this current energy that they're in now, or that they're going to be in, they're just going to forget and let live. They're going to forget and forgive, that kind of energy. Or they're going to try to do that because they feel like there's more important matters than staying mad at each other forever. You know, they can be spending their time in the present rather than in the past. And, you know, look and hope for a better future. Yeah, I'm getting like support energy, you know. I still support you, you know. I'm not gonna, just based on what we've been through, I'm not gonna sit here and try to act like close, but we are close in the sense that we've known each other a very long time, and that's what's important. So on top, this is going to be how Jessica feels about Taeyeon, and on bottom, this is going to be how Taeyeon feels about Jessica.
So we have the 8 of Swords, the 5 of Swords in reverse, and then the 10 of Wands. Then we have the 3 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups.
So I'm getting that, at least for how Jessica feels about her, it's giving the energy of, I don't feel like I've done anything wrong, you know, and there's nothing that now in the present energy, there's nothing to be upset with you over, you know. It's in the past now, you know, and what happened. What you've done. What I've done, I've done, but I don't feel like I did anything wrong. That kind of energy. But at the same time, I'm not about to force anything with you, and I'm not about to force you to do something, you know. That's what I'm getting. And then with this 8 of Swords here, I don't know, like I need a clarifier here. I think, and I don't think this is in a malicious way or a negative way, but I'm also getting like, if she need help with something, she want to go to her first. I'm also getting like, whatever issues that she's had with her in the past, she's ready to move past those. She's ready to move forward with that, from that energy, because, you know, she does reminisce about the good times they had, and sometimes she has to remember that there were good times, you know. Even though there have been bad times, she tries to remember that there has also been good times too, you know. So there is an aspect of her that feels like, you know, I'm just trying to get past certain things here, but once I do get past these certain things, I would be way more open to you, you know. I think at the point that she's at right now, she might has had time to process things, but there's still some residual feelings here, like residual, you know, upset resulting from whatever these two have been through together. And she feels like she would have to kind of ignore those things in order to move past that. But I don't think she's at the point where she wants to ignore those things, because for her, this felt big. For her, this felt big. and she feels like this isn't something she can sweep under the rug, So I think there's a part of that just kind of plays out, her thoughts kind of play out in that kind of sequence. Like, we haven't always been cool, but I can see myself in the future eventually getting over this and like moving forward because I do care about you. And then as far as what Taeyeon feels about Jessica, there's more of this energy of I'm ready to just move forward with you and kind of leave behind whatever this stagnant, stuck energy was of the past, these arguments, this pain, this whatever, the emotions of the past. I'm ready to move past that stuff. I'm ready to look forward to the future. I got things going on. You got things going on. I think we can make this work out. And she's like ready to work with her together in order to do that, because I think they still want to maintain their friendship. I think both of them still want to maintain their friendship, but especially Taeyeon, she wants to maintain the friendship with her because, she does, like I said earlier, like they do genuinely care about each other, they support each other, they care about each other, they wish good things for them in the future. Even just them as like friends, they wish good things for the other one too, I think, there's this energy of uncovering something, of kind of being vulnerable in a way. If I'm being quite honest with you, these two, I think where a lot of their issues came from is just that they're two different people and they might see each other as very different from how they are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're very different from me. And that's hard to grasp and that's hard to understand, They're just very different people. I think now she can see just the beauty in that. Like Taeyeon, she can see the beauty in that. And she's not as stubborn as Jessica here, She's not as stubborn as Jessica when it comes to that because she's matured in a way that she can recognize the beauty in someone else being different from you. While I won't say Jessica's immature and she doesn't realize that, I think sometimes she struggles with that idea, It's like, I don't know about that because I wouldn't do that. I don't know about that because I don't act like that. I don't, that kind of thing. Yeah. Regarding how Taeyeon sees Jessica, how she thinks about Jessica, it's like, I feel like you strung up over things that happened in the past. Why can't we just move past this, I feel like we can get to calmer waters, better times, but I feel like you would rather be stuck in stuck in all that stuff. I don't want to talk about it. That's what I get. I don't want to talk about, she would rather just, forget it. Versus Jessica, she doesn't want to forget it. She's one of those people where she needs to talk about it. You need to talk about it in order for her to get past it. And I think for Taeyeon, she would rather avoid that conflict, So now we're going to get into what's the truth about these two. What's the truth about their relationship with each other?
So we have the Judgment in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and then the Temperance card.
These two have to remember that they have to remember not to judge each other, They have to remember not to judge each other. Accept the person for how they are. Or accept the other person for how they are. I think they view each other as family. They view each other as people who know each other, have been through a lot each other, and that's where I stand with you, It's kind of like in the way that I've had to work with you in the past. I've had to work with you, and we didn't always see eye to eye on things, but we are still family. You're still a sister to me. You're just one of those sisters that, I don't necessarily agree with all the time. And they have to remember not to judge that, not to judge the fact that they're very different from one another. Well, in the past, there was a lot of back and forth, a lot of, I don't really want to talk to you, I'm going to steer clear from you kind of energy. Even when I was reading into how they both feel about each other, I feel like Jessica there was definitely a time period. I don't think it's like that now, but there was definitely a time period where she's like, I don't F with that person. I don't, I would rather not be around that person. I would rather not speak of that person. But I think that has, like, her view on that has definitely changed. I think there is this kind of the residual energy from that. Like, while she doesn't still feel that same way. I think, she's matured since then. I think the point that she is now is like, I'm going to keep my distance from you, but just know I do love you. I do appreciate you. I do support you, And I feel like that's the period of time that they're at right now. That's the truth. They didn't always see eye to eye because they operate very differently from one another. And I think they do kind of limit their interactions with one another. Like, when someone has a comeback or they're doing really well, they'll send a text here and there, very fun, very cute, very cordial, but they wouldn't sit here and be like, oh yeah, we're BFFs, we're best friends. They wouldn't do that. I think these two have come to a certain balance in their relationship. And not only that, but there is a need for even more balance between these two, I feel like once they remember not to judge each other for just how different they are and, like, embrace that part, they would definitely be able to balance out this connection with each other, their friendship with each other. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the time they spend apart, this time that they spend distancing from each other, they grow to appreciate the other way more, And I think in due time, and once they have a discussion about, just what has taken place between these two, they will be able to mend their own relationship, be on good terms and be, without a doubt, I don't think they'll ever get to the point of, like, we can hang out constantly every day, blah, blah, blah. But they will get to the point of, I can call you, I can talk to you, I can, you can come over sometimes, I can come over sometimes, they would be on that kind of level, They'd be comfortable with each other. And once they get to that point, then everything's gonna be Gucci. I think the baseline is just that they need to remember that they are different people. Not everybody has to be like you. Not everybody has to think like you. Not everybody has to act like you, just for you to love them. And I think that's the point that they're at, or that's the realization that they're coming to with each other right now. They're balancing out that aspect and they're maturing from that aspect with one another. Okay, so now we're going to get into what's the current energy between these two.
The Three of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Prince of Pentacles.
There are still, there is still a little bit of processing going on. There are still a little bit of hard feelings between these two for whatever has happened with them in the past. However, they are definitely at the point where they're moving past that now. They are definitely past that now. They're ready to move forward. They are moving forward, and they're okay with, being open to one another. They see each other as in a way more positive light, because they've had time to process, they've had time to mature. And while they can't take back what was said or what was done, they are definitely in a place in their lives where they can move past that because they understand just how beautiful their relationship is with one another, how close they once were, how close they could be. They see the benefit in keeping each other around, or at least, keeping up with one another. I think they're very supportive of one another. They celebrate each other's accomplishments, they're proud of one another in that sense, in that aspect. Just looking at everything the other person is doing, they can commend them, give them their flowers on that, and they're happy with that. I do see them, ready to move past whatever this pain was, whatever conflicts they've had with each other. They're definitely ready to move past that,
Anyways, that's it. I'm done. I thought that was going to be way longer, but I think it's just like, I already simply put. And like I said, I was just on the phone with my, on FaceTime with my best friend. So my voice is a little, I was just talking and talking and talking. I mean, we were both talking, but I'd say I talk a little more. Anyway, take it away!
Okay, so we've made it to the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna go crawl in a hole now.
I'm gonna go crawl in the hole now because 8 videos, at least 1 or 2 every week. Jeez. But I hope you guys enjoyed it for what it was.
We are going to be busy coming up. I'll do a video updating that soon. Until I get into the throes of things, you might see me way less frequently than you see me now. See you in the next one. Have a good day, night, evening, morning. Bye.